In this episode, we're chasing fallow deer and they are everywhere. Every ridge, every gully, there is deer. It's non-stop action from first light to last light, and just when you think you've seen it all, it gets crazier. Stick around, you won't believe what happens. Before the sun rises, before the first track is found, before the shot echoes through the valley, there is something deeper, a way of life, a respect for the hunt, a connection forged in the Australian bush. This is about more than pulling a trigger. It's about heritage, culture, and the experiences that shape who we are. This is Australian Hunting and Beyond. On this trip, we're staying in New South Wales and we're headed to Coolah, a property about 5 hours from Sydney. It's situated on the edge of the Liverpool Plains, an absolutely fantastic part of the world. After arriving the night before, we wasted no time in hitting those hills, getting out there to glass and see what we could find. At first, they were a bit harder to see, but they were definitely there. As we changed some spots, we kept finding more and more deer. And with plenty of time in the morning, we started to be quite selective in what we were going to chase. Being the first day, we decided to take our time, but even from a decent distance away, you could see that the animals were still catching us out here and there, as you can see with this little bugger there. Mind you, this is over 500 metres away. Now, we located this group and thought this would be the perfect opportunity with so many animals there. And in a position that was nice and high, we could creep over a couple of hills, keeping some distance between us and some barriers so they wouldn't know we were coming, to get into a better position and then hopefully be able to get into a spot to pull that trigger. A highlight for me this trip was the fact that, unlike state forests, with a heap of open land and plenty of opportunities for glassing, we're really able to take our time and see these animals just doing their thing. That opportunity was great because it also allowed us to watch them, get our head around what we were going to do. Then it was time. We were able to catch up with the mob, sneaking over those hills. They had no idea we were there. Got ourselves in a fantastic position on higher ground, 100 or so metres situated above them. With a clear shot, we're ready to rock and roll. Take my first shot. Straight down, and they were on the move. However, they presented and I was able to get ready for the next. Drop that one too. I thought that was it with the moving up over the hill. However, being in such great position, they didn't know where we were located. The wind was absolutely fantastic, and we had a couple make their way back down into the open. So I got set, shifted around where I needed to be, and waited for the opportunity to possibly put a third down on the deck. They'd calm down, I reacquired my target, took my time, get my breathing slow, and the third was done. 3 great animals down on the deck, and now the hard work was to start, and it was time to process that meat. They were in absolutely fantastic condition, and thanks to me mate Gaz, he was there to help out with the butchering. Look at those back straps. It's not the only reason we hunt, but it's sure right up there. After nearly a good hour of processing the 3 different does, we were almost ready to get out of there. You can see the level of fat on these animals here was great. So with plenty of our pillowcases and meat sacks full, and you can see Gaz here, we're going to take that big journey back over the hills, get down to where we needed to go. All we could think about at this time was thank God they were 3 fallow and nothing else. Imagine doing it with 3 sambar. We'll say the downhill was so much nicer than the uphill. With it still being early morning, this was all before 7:30 AM, and there was plenty of time still left for us to get out and hunt. There was plenty of sign around, it was just trying to find where those boys were hiding. As you can see, we were finding plenty of rubs all over the place. There's another 3 over there. We knew we were in the right area, it was just a matter of time. We got some elevation and tried our luck glassing to see what we could find. Sun was a bit higher in the sky now, but we thought we'd still have a bit of luck being such a fantastic property. We kept glassing up more does, but we couldn't find the bucks that we were chasing. And then we finally found a few. The boys were in short supply with plenty of does seen, but catching up with this small bachelor mob, 3 bucks and a little spiker with them too. These guys were definitely beautiful animals, and if it was in a state forest, they would have been on the deck. But because I'd seen some of the amazing quality of the bucks that come off this property, I thought, let's roll the dice, we'll give them a pass, and we'll just check them out, watch them, see what we can learn, and then move on. You'll see here them spooking a little bit. They didn't go far. A lot of the time deer will just move on because they're quite inquisitive, especially if they haven't got your wind. And once they'd moved up to somewhere they felt safe, they stopped and just watched. You can see the importance of glassing here, the antlers between the two horizontal branches. If he was on his own, geez, that'd be hard to see. I always love watching deer, and no matter where we are, you just can sit there, and if you're given the opportunity, it's just so great. It's such a beautiful creature. You can see after that initial spook, they calmed right down and they're just going about their business. It's a good lesson for hunters out there, is that if you initially spook them, you don't need to chase them or go crazy, especially if the wind is in your favour. So after moving on from those guys, we just went for a bit of an explore. Now usually, if we weren't just covering ground, because this was the middle of the day, we'd be walking a lot slower. But just exploring, seeing what territory was out there, what we could find to make some game plans for the future. Although the hills are steep, such beautiful country just to explore. It was getting pretty hot, and it was getting to that period that we thought we've explored enough. Let's go rest up and get ready for an evening stalk or wait. And now it was Gaz's turn. So on the way to where we were going to position ourselves for a sit and wait off a dam for hopefully some pigs, we spotted a mob of fallow in the distance. And Gaz decided it was his chance to go and have a crack. With a fair bit of ground to cover, but with some terrain that would block his approach, it was on. With some great terrain between them, he was able to sneak in and get into a position that he felt comfortable for shooting, but not without doing quite a large hike in. They were probably a good 400 to 600 metres away from where we positioned and started from. With luck on our side, it could not have happened more perfectly. The deer were grazing up into a gully, which just provided Gaz the perfect opportunity to use that terrain to sneak down, set himself up really nicely, and prepare to take a shot on whichever one he wanted. It's a bit tricky for Gaz here because he couldn't see them with the terrain, so he was hoping that they were in the right spot. deer now out of sight, it is time for Gaz to drop down and get into position. You can see him making his way slowly across to where the deer are. It's always a nerve-wracking time when you can't see where they've gone. It's now time for Gaz to drop down in elevation and sneak around this corner to get a bit closer so he could see up the gully and see where the deer had snuck off to. It's quite deceptive, but I'm back a couple of 100 metres at this stage filming. You can see here, Gaz has spotted him. He's in good position. He decided to show him his haircut and creep in. Keeping his profile low, he did close the distance. Get in there as close as possible to give himself the best chance of taking a doe. It's one of the great things about hunting private property is the open fields give you the opportunity, especially if there hasn't been a heap of pressure on the deer and the wind's good. Finding the spot he wanted, he was able to set up his tripod to steady his shot. You can see Gaz taking his time here. He had a feeling that the does were onto him and they were watching him. So he kept his movement to a minimum and just waited for him to relax and go back to grazing. I still couldn't see the deer, so at this stage I was wondering what Gaz was up to. Finally, he was able to pull the shot, and you can see the deer scattering here. I didn't realise this at the time, but the deer he had shot had dropped straight on the spot and was out of view for us. Well done, Gaz. Now that Gaz had got his deer, and with a couple of 100 metres back to the buggy, we decided we'd take a new approach to getting the doe out of there. So we grabbed the sling, wrapped it around it, and started the drag. Not sure if you can tell here, but it was really steep terrain and it was a long way. So at one point we couldn't film it, but we used the tripod, wrapped the sling around that, and him and I had it across our chest, holding our arms and dragging it uphill. It was a decent workout, that's for sure. With light fading, Gaz got into butchering the deer up while I sat there watching the dam. It was a fantastic trip and we got a heap of meat, which is the end goal. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you next time. Bye for now.